Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video. My name is Martin, or Aussie Comic Book Collector. What I usually do on this channel is I usually show off books that I have in my collection. However, today is Wednesday and I went to my local comic book shop, All Star Comics Melbourne, 53 Queen Street, and I picked up, let me see if I can pick it up, I picked up a few books. So, usually what happens is I pick up some stuff that I missed out on last week, and then I pick up some stuff from this week. So I always seem to find a time to go into the shop, and they've filled like the DC order, but they haven't filled the Marvel order. And so the stuff from Marvel this week comes out tomorrow. So I won't be able to get it until at least next week. So I apologise for not having it here to show off. But what I'm going to show off is quite interesting. There is a book that is very controversial, so I will give you a bit of a warning before I show that off. But the first one I do want to show off is this. This is Action Comics issue 252. Don't know why I said one. Yeah, it's the facsimile edition of the first appearance of Kara Zor-El Supergirl. Now, with the current Supergirl series running, and with Supergirl in the cameoing in the Superman movie, I can see why they're bringing this out. I was reading the Supergirl series, but I lasted about 4 issues and then gave up. It just wasn't for me. Which is fine. I don't have to read everything. Everything doesn't have to be for me. But I gave it a chance, and yeah, I thought, no, it's not for me. Now, this book here is the controversial book, so I apologise in advance if I upset anyone or if anyone takes offence to this book, but I'll explain why I bought it. It's this book. Now, this is from Image, and it is... as you can see, America's first black comic book, written and drawn. All the creative teams are all African American, and I didn't know about it until it was solicited, and I thought, what is this? This looks intriguing in terms of I want to be educated on things that aren't just superhero comic books. I want to get a bit of a snapshot of what books were coming out for this culture. Let's see, in the 1940s. Yeah, this came out in the 1940s. So I flicked through it. It does look interesting. I'm looking forward to reading it, but I will reserve judgment until after I finish reading it. But yeah, I know that it can be a bit of a tricky subject, so I just wanted to give you guys some warning. Did you pick that book up? Let me know in the comments down below. What we have here is issue 14 of Amazing Spider-Man, or issue 978, with this Patrick Gleason cover, and yeah, looking very interesting. Let's see, we've got Ed McGuinness and Todd Nwack on art duties. So this is the Earthbound Spider-Man. I won't say much more than that. Other than obviously there's an Earthbound Spider-Man and there's a Spacebound Spider-Man going on at the moment. Makes for some interesting reading. Next up we have Captain America issue 4, or 775. Wow. Okay. I don't know why you wouldn't celebrate the big 775th issue, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm not overly enthusiastic about this series. Chip Zdarsky has kind of put a lot of weight on the series, just by the pacing and by the timeline. I think maybe he was hammered down a little bit by editorial due to the One World Under Doom storyline. But yeah, I have to say Frank Martin's colorization needs improvement. It needs to lighten up. Comic books in general need to lighten up. We need to have some fun, and I don't know how well you can see, but the colors on this book are very muted, especially this cover. I wrote a letter to them saying, dial up the color tone, because it's very muted and very dull and grey. And when a book is looking dull and grey, it reads dull and grey. Now, what we have here is, it's a Creepshow issue 2. This is volume 4. And let's see, do I know any of the creative teams? No, I do not. I don't know any of these guys. Oh, actually, sorry, I do. Ted Raimi. I'm familiar with the name Ted Raimi, and I think most comic book fans are. But yeah, a fun read if you're a horror enthusiast. Next up is issue 26 of The Flash, and Mark Waid and Chris Cantwell and George Eve on art duties. Let's have a bit of a look. Okay, the artist hasn't changed from Cy Spurrier's run, but that's okay. The artwork was nice. I'm just happy that Cy Spurrier is off the book and Mark Waid is back writing The Flash. I read the first appearance of Impulse the other night, written by Mark Waid, and it was a lot of fun. Okay, next up is Green Lantern issue 28, or 595, so we're getting up to the 600th issue. All right. I'm not reading the Green Lantern Corps comic book, so I'm only getting half of the Starbreaker story, but I can kind of catch on with what's going on. And yeah, there we go. Next up is issue 30 of The Incredible Hulk, the last issue of the series before Infernal Hulk happens, or is released. Now, I found on Facebook a website that scans every single page of Marvel books and DC books and puts them up on their website. And on Facebook, I was able to read this whole book before I even bought this book. I hated it. I hate seeing it all for free, because what it does is it decreases the value of all books. So why go to a shop and buy it? Why do anything? why bother reading it in this format as it's meant to be read if you can just find it online for free? It's ridiculous. And the people running this site need to get their head into gear, because what they're doing is they're not having a product that is sustainable. It's just, read it once, throw it away. It's disposable. And they're doing themselves a disservice by providing this product. And it seems like a lot of people were interested in reading comic books for free, or buying a subscription to the site. And I have to say it, they're scumbags. There, I said it. But you know what? We all read comics the way we want to read them, and this is how I want to read them. And this is issue 3 of The Invisible Man. It's part of the Universal Monsters storyline, and I have to say, wow, this is dark and creepy and complex and so good. It's so good. Now, I've read all the Universal Monsters, all of the Universal Monsters books, but only the first issue. And Invisible Man is the only book that I felt absolutely compelled to continue to read. I could have read the Dracula story. That was a good read, but for the first issue. But no, I didn't. But this, yeah, definitely. I want to see how this ends, and it ends with issue 4. Next up is Justice League Unlimited issue 12. Okay, The Terrific 10. Okay, this is interesting. Oh, okay, and we got my boy Aquaman up here with the harpoon. Yeah, all right. We've got Batman Beyond, Mr. Terrific, Beast Boy, and Manny. And if you're watching this video, we have Superman Blue here, and drawn by Dan Mora. All right. So, man, if you want to read this, you know where to find me. You know where it is. Come and get it. Next up, finally, is the new history of the DC Universe, issue 4, part 4 of 4, and this is just eye candy. I thought this was going to be a traditional comic book, but it's just splash page after splash page, starting from the start of the DC Universe all the way through to the end. And let's have a look at the final page. I'll get there. Okay, that's interesting. Interesting way to end it. Okay. I just read the whole story. Alright, so a few more to go. So thank you for sticking with me. What I have here is Outlaw Showdown by Oni Press. Yep, by Oni Press. And it's a Western anthology. I saw this solicited by All Star Comics and I said, I want it. And then I forgot about it and I emailed them and they said, Martin, you are definitely down for this book. Stop bothering us. So let's see, we've got John O'Cardy, Sebastian Cabral, Christopher Cantwell, David Lapham, Dan McDade, Tony Moore, wow, Ann Nancenti, Harvey Kurtzman, and Jack Davis. So, wow, a murderer's row of talent. It looks great. I can't wait to read that. Okay. Next up is The Punisher Red Band issue 2. I took this straight out of the plastic bag because comics are meant to be read and enjoyed. They're not meant to be kept in plastic sleeves for collectible value. I'm looking forward to reading this. This might be at the top of my pile, or this might be. This is Superman issue 31 or 874. Now this has constantly been good. I've been reading it since I think issue 19 is when I jumped back on. And Joshua Williamson, he can do no wrong. Yeah, I saw that Joshua Williamson is the new writer of Iron Man. I'm thinking I'm going to jump onto Iron Man just for Joshua Williamson's writing. And what I'm liking about this is that he is doing some stuff with the Legion of Superheroes that I'm actually enjoying. So yeah, continuing on with this and looking forward to reading it. Now I was really disappointed. Actually, you know what? I'll show that last. It's out of order, but anyway, what we have here is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder. This is issue 2, written by Dan Waters, and the first issue was kind of interesting. I didn't really know where they were going with it, but yeah, looking forward to seeing what happens in this issue, but it might not be an immediate read. I might read it during the weekend. And the last book that I want to end on is this. This is Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's a continuation of the Mutant Mayhem movie that came out, I think, a year ago now? 2 years ago now? No, it was a year ago. It must have been. Yeah, drawn by Louis Joyce, and I've followed Louis' work on Facebook for a while now. He did the Godzilla Skate or Die series, which I absolutely loved. It was so much fun. So when I saw that Louis was on this book, I was like, I'm getting it. I can't wait. But it came out last week, and I missed getting it as soon as it came out, so I had to wait until today. This is going to be at the top of my pile. I'm reading this one tonight. I cannot wait. And that is how I'm going to end the video. Thank you for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. I don't know if you can hear. It's very windy, like very windy outside. Yeah, it's going to make for an interesting night. I think I might just have to go home, put the heater on, and read some comics under the light. So, sounds like a good time. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe if you wish to. I'd really appreciate it. As always, thank you, and I'll catch you at the next one.